Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, October 20th, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Memphis Grizzlies. The backcourt will be anchored by their top 2 scorers, Collin Sexton and Darius Garland. Sexton averaged 24.3 points per game last season, while Garland averaged 17.4 points and 6.1 assists per game. Jarrett Allen is back at center. He averaged 13.2 points and 9.9 rebounds per game, and he'll be joined on the front line by second-year player Isaac Okoro, who had a solid rookie year averaging 9.6 points per game. The power forward spot will be held down by rookie Evan Mobley, the smooth 7-footer out of USC. Big things are expected from Mobley, who looked good in the preseason. The bench is also pretty strong, with veteran Kevin Love coming off the bench, along with Lauri Markkanen, the stretch 4 who came over from the Bulls. Veteran point guard Ricky Rubio will add some depth and experience to the backcourt, and Cedi Osman, who averaged 10.4 points per game last year, gives them some scoring punch off the bench. Our first betting advice is to pick Cleveland plus 7.5. Small forward Dillon Brooks scored 17.2 points during an impressive 2020-21 campaign, but he is going to miss this game with a broken hand. Kyle Anderson is coming off career highs in points, 12.4, and assists, 3.6. The Grizzlies have replaced center Jonas Valanciunas with veteran Steven Adams. He lacks the same offensive threat as Valanciunas, but he adds some grit and experience to the lineup. Brandon Clark and DeAnthony Melton are going to be key reserves for Memphis this season. The Grizzlies ranked number 15 offensively, 113.3 ppg, and number 16 defensively, 112.3 ppg, last year. Our second betting advice is to pick under 217. Philadelphia 76ers vs New Orleans Pelicans. While the other top contenders in the league were improving their roster, the 76ers didn't make a lot of moves in the offseason, bringing in role players like Andre Drummond and Georges Niang. They were unable to offload Ben Simmons in the offseason and will be without him for this game after getting kicked out of practice by head coach Doc Rivers on Tuesday. Philadelphia averaged 113.6 points per game last season, making 47.6% of their field goals and 30.1% of their three-pointers. Joel Embiid led Philadelphia in scoring and rebounding, averaging 28.5 points and 10.6 rebounds per game, while Simmons led the team with 6.9 assists and 1.6 steals per game. Philadelphia had one of the best defenses in the league last season, giving up 109.4 points per game. They will need to play very well on the defensive end if they want to get the win. Our first betting advice is to pick Philadelphia -3. The bulk of the load is going to fall on the shoulder of small forward Brandon Ingram, who averaged 23.8 points and 4.9 assists during the 2020-21 season. He is one of the top wing scorers in the NBA. The Pelicans also signed big man Jonas Valanciunas, who is coming off a career season with Memphis. He is going to be an upgrade over Steven Adams, especially on the offensive end. New Orleans was a strong offensive team last year, ranked 9th in the NBA with 114.6 points per game. It is hoping to get some better three-point shooting from guard Devonte Graham. The Pelicans also need to improve on the defensive end, where they were number 24, 114.9 ppg. Our second betting advice is to pick under 226. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Houston Rockets vs Minnesota Timberwolves. Houston averaged 108.8 points per game last season. They made 44.3% of their field goals and 40.6% of their three-pointers. Christian Wood led the team in scoring and rebounding, averaging 21 points and 9.6 rebounds per game. John Wall led the team with 6.9 assists per game, while Kiri Thomas led the team with 1.8 steals per game. Wall is still on the roster, but won't take the court as the team works on a trade for him. Houston also struggled defensively last season, giving up 113.6 points per game while allowing opponents to make 48% of their field goals. They will need to do a better job this season if they want to finish with a better record than they had last season. Our first betting advice is to pick Minnesota Timberwolves -5.5. Karl Anthony Towns was a double-double monster in 2021 as he averaged 24.8 ppg and 10.6, along with 4.5 APG and 1.1 bpg. He is a clear go-to guy in Minnesota, but he will have a lot of help from inspiring guards such as D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, and Malik Beasley. These guys contributed nearly 57 points per contest last year, and if they stay healthy, this Wolves team can bring the noise in the Western Conference. Our second betting advice is to pick under 227.5. Orlando Magic vs San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs had a tough go at home last season, finishing with an unsatisfactory 14-22 record at the AT&T Center. Although making the play-in game, they finished the year losing 8 of their last 10 games and looking worn down from shuffling various lineups. With DeRozan gone, expect Derek White and Murray to carry the offensive load until they can develop some front-court playmakers. San Antonio lost the play-in game last season, finishing as the 10th seed in the Western Conference. The Spurs, 33-39, had a playoff appearance streak of 22 straight seasons, but have missed the postseason for consecutive years. San Antonio lost leading scorer DeMar DeRozan to Chicago in the offseason and will turn to Dejounte Murray, 15.7 ppg, to be the alpha dog. Our first betting advice is to pick San Antonio Spurs -5.5. Dejounte Murray is set up for a career year after averaging 15.7 ppg, 7.1 rpg, 5.4 APG, and 1.5 spg with DeRozan around last season. Murray has all the space he needs to become San Antonio's leader this time around, and if he avoids serious setbacks, Murray should be the Spurs' top offensive weapon alongside forward Keldon Johnson and fellow guard Derek White. Believe it or not, Terrence Ross is the top scorer of the Magic, who will rely on backcourt this year after selecting Jalen Suggs with the 5th pick overall during the summer. Cole Anthony and Gary Harris will play a significant role on offense, but this Magic team looks like one of the weakest in the NBA at the moment. Since the Orlando Magic last took the floor, there have been a lot of changes. The team has a new head coach, features 2 rookies who were top 10 picks in the 2021 NBA draft class, and fans are now welcomed back into the building at a level resembling pre-pandemic numbers. New head coach Jamal Mosley has vowed to make the preseason just a glorious name for training camp. He has rolled out 2 different starting units and continues to tinker with various lineup combinations. Our second betting advice is to pick over 215.5.